as big energy, loyalty, the type of energy that makes you call your own shit back that's been taken from you, knowingly and unknowingly. So, you gotta kick down doors and you see somebody sitting in your seat, be like, hey, yo, get the fuck out my seat, bitch. Oh my God. Yeah. Last night I had a dream about a past ex of mine. And this particular ex was so toxic. I'm just gonna leave it at that. He was very toxic and covertedly. And I got a random thought last night. Now it's been 5 years, 5+ years, and I got a random thought about a random night on some random circumstance of going into my freezer. I can't remember for what. This is when I lived in Harlem. And I saw a pill bottle in the back of the freezer with a paper inside of it. And it was, what was written on the paper was in red, and it was in a language that I don't know what the fuck it was. And I was appalled, disgusted. And I called him and I was like, no, I didn't call him. I messaged him and I was like, what is this? And he didn't answer the question, but he was like, don't throw it out. Like, the fuck you mean don't throw it out? I threw it out. And I intuitively said to myself, like a little prayer of such, to protect myself and my family and my home, because I didn't know what the fuck that was and I didn't get a response. And even if I did get a response, I still don't know exactly what it was. So, so that's what happened. That's the thought that popped into my mind last night. And since I became aware of the term and practice of being a warlock, I labeled him as such. And that's that. So I wasn't comfortable with that random thought popping into my mind suddenly after so long. And so I said a prayer before I went to sleep about calling my energy back and releasing the energies that no longer are serving me, past and present, and calling back pieces of me that people stole, people are still holding on to, whether it's in their minds or whatever, and like all time, spaces, and dimensions. And I had a dream about him. And I was in a drawer, literally a drawer. I was in a dresser drawer. And it was wooden. I don't know if that's significant, but I like wood. So maybe that's why. And I happened to look out from the back of the drawer, and I see him laying, like in this big old room, the door is cracked, laying on the floor, I believe watching TV. I couldn't see the TV, but I could hear it. So I'm assuming it was a TV. Laying on the floor, watching TV. And when he was aware that I seen him, he like nonchalantly closed the door. And when I awakened from that dream, I didn't remember, but I took a shower. Water cleanses, releases. I took a shower, and it came to me in the shower, and I was like, oh, I had a dream about him, and I started processing it intuitively, and it was just me. He knows that I know he's been seen, that I'm aware. I call my energy back. He's no longer, I'm free. Unknowingly, he was still siphoning energy from me, holding on to a version of me that no longer exists, and treated me as my energy as if it's a side character. Like, bitch, I'm a main character, okay? Okay. That's Mars energy in Leo, specifically. So, my cat is right here. So, I felt really good about that. That's why random thoughts pop into your mind. You gotta do something about it. And it was shown to me in a dream that something was done about it because I took heed. And also, I came to the understanding of NPCs. I've been aware of NPCs, but I wasn't immersing myself into the definition of it and keeping an eye out on who's an NPC. But now I'm seeing that most people from my past that I befriended and or was in a romantic relationship with, even my current ex, they're NPCs. They live vicariously through me because I choose to live, and they bypass living. They choose survival, they choose avoidance, dismissiveness. You ask them a question about self, they don't know. It's not easy to know everything about yourself, but damn, bitch, when you gonna know? They don't want to do the work, so they live vicariously through you because they see that you're doing the work and you're living, and they want to feel through you, because if they feel straightforwardly with their own living circumstances, they're aware that they gotta feel the lows too, and they don't want to feel the lows, they just want to feel the highs. So when you're low, i.e. when I'm low, that's why people become funny around me, because they can't handle it, and that means that they wasn't able to handle it even with themselves. Sorry about that. So NPCs, right? They just vicariously live through you. And it's getting darker. I think it's gonna rain. Perhaps, I don't know. But yeah, they live vicarious through you, and that's a form of siphoning your energy, and it's just not cool, man. And in some ways, I feel sorry for them. I really do, because I'm imagining myself living vicariously through other people and not having the ability to relate to having relatability and a depth of understanding of life. Even though I may not have gone through certain things that other people have gone through, but I have a sense of relatability because I live life, and I can actually place myself, I can empathize. Not everybody can empathize, but you can practice empathy, at least I believe so, through living life and taking risks. So when someone tells you a story about something that they've gone through that was a little difficult, perhaps, you could be like, yo, I could understand the difficulty aspect of that, of what you just told me, because I once did this and it was pretty difficult for me, and I had to navigate through this, and I had to, and and that relatability also comes about because it's like, okay, well, what did you do to get yourself out of that feeling, the muck, you know? So yeah, I called my shit back. I did myself a visual ritual and called all my energy back, bits and pieces and whole. And you know what's crazy? Not only did I have that dream, but my mother messaged me. My energy is very powerful, very powerful. And people are holding on because they don't know. It's different for everybody, but a lot of people don't know what to do with the things that they've committed that were wrong, or they don't know how to transmute the energies, or they know how to but they don't want to, and they just choose to hold on to what was, just to make the illusion comfortable. But if I'm calling my energy back, and this goes for anybody, if you call your energy back and you're changing and you've changed and you're not entertaining the same bullshit, they're not going to be comfortable no matter what. They have to continuously do some type of work in order to create comfortability. And depending on how much you standing on business, they're going to be very uncomfortable. And I'm going to make sure that motherfuckers are uncomfortable with the shit that they've chosen to do. I'm not putting the discomfort on them, because at one point in time, they made me uncomfortable with stealing my energy, and how they dealt with that also made me uncomfortable, and I dealt with it and let karma deal with it. But now it's my time. It's my time. And the full pink moon in Libra just passed. It's my time. That is justice. I am taking my justice. I'm walking up in the courtroom and I'm demanding my shit. I've already demanded it, and so it is because it is so. And it's going to be a cold, sorry ass day in hell for a lot of people. A lot. Alright, that's it. I'm thirsty. I'm tired. I'm irritable. I'm so many things. Alright, thank you for listening. Call your energy back. Bring justice to yourself. And stand on motherfucking business.